You are somewhere high, a rooftop, a cliff, somewhere with nothing beneath you but air. And then you fall. Fast. Your stomach drops before your brain even catches up. And just before you hit the ground, your whole body slams awake. Heart pounding, maybe sweating, hands gripping the seats. And the first thing you feel isn't confusion, it's relief. Thank God, it was just a dream. You lie there catching your breath, wondering what just happened, because you weren't even fully asleep yet. 1 second you were drifting off, the next time your entire body jolted you awake like something was terribly wrong. And here's the thing, as far as your brain was concerned, something was. Because what just happened wasn't a dream at all. It was your brain making a decision. A split second, life or death decision that every human being who has ever lived has experienced. And tonight, it made that decision about you, while you were lying completely still in a safe, warm bed. Most people assume it's just a bad dream. Your brain conjured up a falling nightmare and your body reacted to it. As simple as that. And the fix seems obvious. Don't think about heights before bed, maybe avoid scary movies, just relax and it won't happen. But that explanation doesn't hold up. Because this doesn't only happen during nightmares, it happens in those quiet seconds when you are drifting off peacefully. No dream, no story, no falling off a building, just silence and then a jerk. So violent it snaps you fully awake. And it has a name. Scientists call it a hypnic jerk. And almost every human being on earth experiences it. Because what causes it has nothing to do with what you are dreaming about. It goes much deeper than that. And the real explanation reveals something about your brain that most people never discover. In 1988, a sleep researcher named Francis Leavitt at Ross University Medical Center in Chicago began studying something that had puzzled scientists for decades. Why does the human body violently jerk itself awake at the exact moment it's trying to fall asleep? The timing made no sense. The body was relaxed, the mind was quieting down, everything was moving towards sleep. And then the brain fired a sudden full body muscle contraction so powerful it launched people back to consciousness. Leavitt and researchers after him started monitoring subjects in sleep labs, wiring them up to EEG machines that tracked brain activity in real time. And what they found at the moment of the hypnic jerk was completely unexpected. The brain wasn't reacting to a dream. It wasn't responding to a noise or a threat. In the split second before the jerk, the brain had actually begun crossing into sleep successfully. And then something inside it panicked. Not metaphorically, literally. A specific region of the brain misread the body's transition into sleep as something else entirely. Something that triggered one of the oldest alarm systems in the human body. And what it misread it for is the part that changes everything. Here is what is actually happening. As you drift towards sleep, your muscles begin to relax completely. Your breathing slows, your body temperature drops, and your brain is monitoring all of it. But the transition into sleep produces a specific set of physical signals. Muscles going limp, loss of control, slowing vital signs. To your brain's most primitive alarm system, those signals look identical to one thing: falling. Not dreaming of falling, actually falling. And your brain does not wait to find out which one it is. It fires instantly, sending a massive signal through your entire body telling your muscle to contract simultaneously, to grab something, to catch yourself. That violent jerk that wakes you up isn't a glitch, it's your brain saving a life from a fall that was never happening. But why would your brain even have this reflex? And this is where it gets fascinating. Researchers believe this goes back to a time before beds existed. For hundreds of thousands of years, humans slept in trees, high up off the ground away from the predators. And falling asleep in a tree is genuinely dangerous. As your muscles relax, there is a chance you simply fall. So your brain developed a last second check. Just as your muscles hit that critical point of relaxation, it fires a signal that jerks you awake just long enough to confirm you're still safe, still holding on. Most of the time, you sleep through it entirely, but sometimes it fires too strongly and it launches you fully awake with your heart pounding. You haven't slept in a tree in your entire life, but your brain hasn't updated that instruction. It is still taking every single night, just in case. Think about it where it happens most, not in deep sleep, always right at the edge, that specific moment between awake and asleep. Sometimes it happens when you fall asleep somewhere you aren't supposed to. A lecture, a long car ride, a boring meeting, jolting you awake in front of everyone. Slightly embarrassed, heart going faster than it should, that's your ancient brain deciding this is not a safe place to lose consciousness. It reads the unfamiliar environment and decides the risk is too high. Wake up. Not yet. And here is what nobody talks about. The people who experience hypnic jerks most intensely are the most exhausted, which seems backwards. If you're exhausted, your brain should want to sleep more. But sleep is the most vulnerable state a human being can be in, completely unaware, unable to run, unable to fight, so your brain developed a safety threshold before it allows itself to go fully under. And when you are desperate for a sleep, that threshold gets harder to meet, not easier. The hypnic jerk is your brain doing one final check. Are you sure this is safe? And then letting you fall. So the next time it happens, here is what you'll know that you didn't before. That jerk that embarrassed you in the meeting, that jolt that woke your partner up at 3 a.m., that snap back to consciousness right as you were finally drifting off, that wasn't your brain failing you. That was your brain doing exactly what it promised to do, keeping you alive, making sure you were somewhere safe before it allowed itself to go under. Even while you sleep, your brain never stops working for you. It doesn't clock out. In the one moment every day when you are completely defenseless, it is still there, running its checks, watching out for you. You have been annoyed by that jerk your entire life, but it was never working against you. It was the oldest part of your brain refusing to leave you unprotected, even when you didn't know it was happening. You have never once fallen asleep alone. So tonight, when you finally close your eyes and your body starts to let go, your brain will do what it has always done. It will check on you one last time. Maybe you'll feel it, maybe you won't, but it will happen. It always does. And now you will know that wasn't a glitch. That was your brain saying good night.